Hey, Frog Prince Runner here, and thank you for dropping by. To start with, let me make my stance absolutely clear. I think we all should hold the government or any authority figure accountable for their actions. We all remember the Vietnam War. At the same time, we're all accountable for our actions, their effect and influence on our lives and the lives of others. Understanding the true meaning of accountability makes us strong and enables us to learn. If we see police brutality, we should hold them accountable to that. If we expect foul play, we can all whip out our mobile and document it. But baiting a police officer to have a particular outcome is not the same thing, is it? Imagine your work. In my case, I'm a code monkey, an IT security guy. Now suppose I'm trying to fix a compromised system, and I keep getting a call from a client on why an email attachment is not opening. I'm sorry, even as a great saint I am, after a while I will lose my cool. I'm sure you can think of similar scenario at your work. Even think of children and, are we there yet?
Are we there yet?
No.
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 Are we there yet?
You little...
If Holmes succeeded, that would be a manslaughter and not a murder. Was the difference, you ask? Well, a lot of years. Now, I'm sure at times someone does it not out of malice, like a toddler doing something that is driving you nuts, but hey, it's a toddler. Then the other group who have a very specific purpose. In today's video, we will look at this other group that is to antagonize and a confrontation that would be a lot of views, or better, a lawsuit against the authority. And please remember that Simpsons clip. It will make a lot more sense at the end. Like any good movie, it starts with a 911 call.
Oklahoma City, 911.
Yeah, at 400 South May, outside of the Carver Correctional Center. It's like a jail. There's a guy hiding in the bushes like ninja style, and I don't know what he's doing. He might be trying to plant some dope on the facility. It's a correctional deal.
Again, like most good movies, there will be a major twist near the end. Let's continue.
Excuse me, sir. Is everything all right? I just want to talk to you, bud. Can you take your hand from out behind your back? We were just wanting to know why you're hanging out over the Carver Center, just hiding behind the bushes. Can you show me your hand, man? I got a taser right here. Okay. Show me your hand. Show me your hand, buddy.
Throughout this interaction, please note that how Sergeant Miller is giving some time to the suspect after almost every sentence to try and de-escalate the situation. I'll just put a timer on to show how long these pauses are.
You got ID on you?
Go away.
Go away. Why are you bugging the folks over there?
Go away.
Huh?
Go away.
Well, I'm trying to figure out what's going on, man. You got your info on you? You got an ID?
Go away.
I don't have to go away. I'm here to investigate an incident, dude. So what's going on? Are you all right?
Go away, dude.
I'm here to see why you're hiding behind the bushes.
I didn't get you. I didn't tell you.
Huh?
I just told you too many times to go away. Too many
Keep your hands out of your pockets, bud. Keep your hands out of your pockets. I'm just here to figure out what's going on, man. Huh? What's your name? What's your name? You gotta tell me your name, man. You're hanging out somewhere where you shouldn't. You're trespassing on state property. Again, man, what's your info?
Go away.
Do you live in this area? Where do you stay at? I'm just asking you some questions, brother. Get your hand in your pocket, man. Your hands are cold. The 72-degree weather.
Based on the circumstances so far, including the 911 call and the suspect's bizarre behavior, the officer likely had reasonable suspicion to detain the suspect to investigate the situation. After taking into the fact that this incident happened near a correctional facility, one can also summarize that maybe some criminal activity, like hiding contraband, is taking place. According to the Supreme Court, an individual's presence in an area of expected criminal activity, standing alone is not enough to support a reasonable, particularized suspicion that the person is committing a crime. But officers are not required to ignore the relevant characteristics of a location in determining whether the circumstances are sufficiently suspicious to warrant further investigation. I personally think that our suspect is intentionally acting suspicious. And for those of us not understanding Fahrenheit, 72 degrees is around 22 degrees Celsius, so not really that cold.
Do you need an ambulance?
I need to go home.
Need me to go away? Well, I'm here to help you out, man. Figure out what's going
How
on.
about go away? How about go home?
Where are you going?
I said you.
No, I said, what's your name and what can I do for you? Because you're obviously hanging out over there. They called and they're concerned. So I got to figure out what's going on. You're not really helping me out. Like I said, I'm just here to figure out, the sooner you tell me what's going on, the sooner I can get out of your hair. You understand that?
This is a funny legal twist. Did you know that remaining silent is not the same as invoking one's right to remain silent? A suspect who stands mute has not done enough to put police on notice that he is relying on his Fifth Amendment privilege.
Can you take your hand out of your pocket? No? Okay. You got any mental health issues that we should know? I don't understand why you're trying to like be so sneaky by putting your hands in your pockets, trying to make me on edge, brother. I don't understand.
I told you to go away.
Well, I don't have to go away. I'm here to investigate something. As soon as you help me, I'll get out of your way. You see what I'm saying? So you got your ID with you? Are you on drugs right now? Is that what's going on? Are you having a mental health issue where you're starting to break down? I'm just here to help you out, man. And those folks were concerned because you're hiding behind bushes. They think you're high or something. You know what I mean? So can you take your hand out of your pocket? Give me some ID so I can verify who you are and let you go? Take your hand out of your pocket if you're going to get any closer to me. Are you grabbing for your ID? Is that what you're grabbing?
According to the Supreme Court, the policeman making a reasonable investigatory stop should not be denied the opportunity to protect himself from attack by a hostile suspect when an officer is justified in believing that the individual whose suspicious behavior he is investigating at close range is armed and presently dangerous to the officer or to others. He may conduct a limited protective search for concealed weapons, so long as the officer is entitled to make a forcible stop and has reason to believe that the suspect is armed and dangerous. He may conduct a weapon search limited in scope to this protective purpose. So far, this suspect has engaged in a passive-aggressive body language and gestures. I'm pretty sure anyone in that scenario would be thinking the same.
Shit!
What are you doing? What's going on, man? We're just trying to figure out what's going on. You're acting really squirrely, bro.
Behind me.
You have your ID with you?
Don't walk up behind me.
Hey, you got your ID with you? Why are you hanging out over here?
Don't walk up behind me. I done told you guys to go away. Stay in my range.
We just need your ID, brother, to figure out who you are.
Stay in my range. Stay on my side. I don't like to walk behind me.
Hey, do we have any charges?
No, he was just hanging over there, right behind the buildings.
So he just needs to leave the property.
Right.
Okay.
He's on
So we got to call him.
property.
We got a trespassing complaint.
Right.
So where are you going?
He doesn't want to answer any questions. So
Okay.
the thing is, the Carver Center over there, they don't want you back on property. They'll sign trespassing tickets. Okay? You understand that?
Let's just have a staring contest.
Right.
This should have been so simple. In a perfect world, this kind of things wouldn't happen. And even if it did, a sane person would understand that they have been trespassed and move on. Not this guy though.
I mean, that's all I'm saying. That's state property over there. Stop reaching behind you, bro.
Do you have any weapons?
Why do you keep reaching behind you, grabbing for stuff, man?
Back itches.
Back itches? Yeah, it looks bad when you do that. You know that, right?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter?
No,
Okay.
my back actually does itch. Bro.
Okay, we'll scratch it because you're wearing a bunch of heavy clothes. You're sweating in 72-degree weather. So the sooner you acknowledge that you're not supposed to go back to that property, the sooner we can just...
He doesn't want to acknowledge. He just wants to get something on video for YouTube.
Sergeant Miller has been extremely professional throughout the encounter. He has given ample opportunity to the subject, despite his blatant attempt to appear threatening. Whereas Sergeant Forbes have dealt with these morons before. He hit the hammer right on the head by saying he just wants to get something on video for YouTube. This is the parent who have heard "Are we there yet?" way too many times.
Okay. Well, just so you know, I've said it on video. You're being recorded also. So don't go back over to that property. Are you cool with that?
Badge number.
Have a nice day, sir.
What's your name and badge
Just
number?
walk away.
What's your name and badge number?
Miller 1582.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What's that for? What's that for? What's that
Don't
for?
touch- don't
What are you
touch
doing?
me. Don't
What are you
touch me,
doing?
bro.
What are you
Don't
doing?
touch me.
Bye bye. Go away.
I'm asking for your name and badge number.
We don't have to give that. Bye bye. Don't. What are you
What's your
doing?
name and badge number, dude?
Back off.
Go in your car.
Back off.
I'm escorting you.
At this point, Sergeant Forbes had enough. He shoves the suspect to ground and places him into handcuffs for attempting to assault. Oklahoma statutes defines assault is any willful and unlawful attempt or offer with force or violence to do a corporal hurt to another. Oklahoma law allows individuals to be convicted of assault when they threaten imminent battery with an overt action that is more than mere words. So even if the suspect didn't have any intent to cause harm, his actions can be interpreted as a precursor to an attack. Oklahoma City Police Department's use of force policies, which are set out in its operation manual, stating that the manual instructs officers to use only such force as is reasonable and necessary under the circumstances, including such force as is reasonable necessary to effect a lawful arrest and prevent the escape of a person lawfully arrested. The manual defines reasonable necessary form as force used when all other reasonable means to accomplish the desired action have been exhausted or would clearly be ineffective under the circumstances. Now, one thing that I do have a problem with, that is when the sergeant mentions he doesn't have to give his badge number. Now, as laws are different from state to state, that might be the case in Oklahoma. But in my short research, I couldn't confirm it. Maybe someone can clarify that in the comment section.
What's going on?
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
What's going on?
Oh, what's wrong?
What's going on?
I asked you for your name and badge number. I didn't touch you.
No, you pulled your fist up at me.
No, I didn't.
You approached me. You were going to attack.
No, I wasn't. I was actually.
Okay, now you're under investigative detention. Okay? Now we're going to determine who you are and why you're approaching a police officer with a fist.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
Yes, it's all on video. You can complain all you want to.
Well, Mr. I told you to go back to your car.
I'm going to double lock these cuffs so they don't get any tighter.
Do you have any weapons on you we should know about, man? Any guns, drugs, knives, bombs, grenades?
Will I be detained for a crime?
Yes, you're being detained for investigative detention.
What's that?
It's called investigation. So you know what investigation means?
About to commit a crime.
It means we're going to investigate whether you did commit a crime.
Wow, this sergeant is savage. Though it is not professional, I do enjoy watching frauditors being put in their place.
Raising a fist could be...
Raising a fist and approaching an officer is a threatening manner.
No, I'm not.
That's called assault.
Nope, I didn't assault you.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Roll
Sit
over,
up.
man. Sit up.
Stand up.
I told you to go inside.
Stand up.
Up.
Spread your feet. Spread your feet. Spread your feet.
I can't spread my feet, man. You. Hey, can you grab my phone?
Nope. He's going to stay back there.
Put it with your shoe. I'm going to put it in
Put
your
it in my
shoe.
hand. You put it in my hand.
No.
First of all, right? Put it in my hand.
No.
You violated my rights, man.
No, we're not.
Yeah, you are.
Walk this way.
My shoe, dude.
We'll get your shoe. We will get your property.
Grab my shoe, man. Obviously, I'm exercising my First Amendment rights. Action name, badge number. I told you to go back to your car.
I don't have to give you my name and badge number, and I don't have to go back to my car. You approached me with a fist.
Nope. I didn't
Yes.
touch you. I didn't assault you, dude. I was no threat to you. I told you to action name, badge
No,
number.
you were a threat to me.
No, I'm not. How am
I was walking away from you. You came at me with a fist as I was walking away.
Do bear in mind that with hindsight 2020, we may view the incident differently, whereas police officers often have to make a split-second decision and can be worried about their safety. Now, I may think that the guy did not approach with his fist but was holding his mobile. He also had ample warnings to back off, but he kept coming towards the officer.
Hey, guys, step back over there.
Can you get my shoe, dude?
Yeah, we'll get it. You're not going to jail yet. Do you have identification?
Under protest and arrest, I'll give you my information. My name is Floyd Wallace Jr. You said I wasn't committing a crime, so my name is Floyd Wallace Jr. 12/17/1995. I'm going to give you my name under protest and arrest. That's it.
Floyd Wallace.
Floyd Wallace Jr.
12/17/1995.
Boulevard. There's two homeless males that are fighting in the
I
southwest.
don't know why you pushed me. You should have come back to your car, man.
Because you were attacking me.
No, I attacked you?
Yeah.
Did I make contact with you? You pushed me, dude.
I stopped you before you did. Move your foot.
Oh,
I'm going to close the door.
It's all on live, bro. I'm live on YouTube, dude.
40 dispatch. I'm the supervisor on scene. I know they're trying to provoke and instigate, but as I turned away, and keep your cameras rolling, as I turned around, he came at me with a fist.
He kept going here, reaching here.
Yeah, he was doing that on purpose.
Incite.
One item, 102.
Yeah, and all these guys are trying to do a YouTube thing.
One male, I guess.
Of course, he was live on YouTube. Without it, the whole exercise would be in vain. Now for the twist. Additional charges were filed against Mr. Wallace, as well as local auditors Timothy Harper and Patrick Roth. The new charges included 1 count of falsely reporting a crime and 1 count of conspiracy in an affidavit filed along with the charging document. Oklahoma City Police Department alleged that Mr. Wallace conspired with Mr. Harp and Mr. Roth to make a false 911 call and then recorded the scene with their cell phones to post on social media. It has been claimed that Mr. Harper made the 911 call from Mr. Roth's phone, knowing that there was no criminal activity, in order to create a police interaction to audit. The 911 call was also traced to a geolocation that placed the caller in the same parking lot that Mr. Harper and Mr. Roth were near when the officers arrived on the scene, and the phone number used to make the call was associated with Mr. Roth's phone. If these allegations are true, then this interaction was not a legitimate exercise of rights and a pure calculated conspiracy to generate content. Now, some might consider auditing a form of protest or a form of journalism, but what we have seen so far does not serve furthering the cause of constitutional awareness or police accountability. And if Mr. Wallace would to approach anyone with same manner, the outcome would most likely be the same. But anything to generate content, right? Well, that's all for this video. Drop a like if you have enjoyed this content. If you want to be super awesome, please consider subscribing and so on. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated and helps with YouTube algorithm. Thank you so much for watching. Wherever you are, have a safe day. Signing off.
Try.